And welcome back to the third part of this tutorial. Okay guys, what I want to do now is to use this my add button to actually add data straight into my database view here. So I want to stop that. But one thing that I want to do is, you see, this is just for testing these lines of code in here. I'm going to actually maybe add one more button that I will use to carry out the testing, to make sure the lines of code are in there. So I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Okay, that we do. Let's go in here. You don't have to do this. It's because I've already written that code. I do not want to delete it. So in here, I'm just going to enter text database or text connection. Text connection, something like that. Yeah, that will do. Okay, you don't have to do that. If you want to, go ahead and do it. I don't want to delete these very lines of code. So I'm going to hold on. Let's give this a name as well. So that I'm just going to call that BTN. BTN. That's connection. Okay. So double click on my add new. So I'm going to grab hold of the lines of code from where we have try. Just cut it off. Okay. I only have the reset button there. The reset lines of code. Double click on this and paste that in here. So instead of me deleting it, like I said, you don't have to do this. All right. Okay. That's fine. Now, this one here. Let's take care of that. Double click on add new data. So first of all, I'm going to open up as follows. Well, I can even copy one or two things in here. So I want to copy all of these here. Copy this. So just grab hold of all of these again and paste that in here. Double click on this and just come right here. Where is it? Add new and just paste it right there. Okay, so I'm going to delete this content here. There. Now I'm going to say using MySQL command. So using in lowercase, using, open up a bracket, MySQL command. Here we go. Accept that. And I'm just gonna get rid of this one. Dot create command, enter the parentheses, and let's enter statement block. Okay. Now let's say command dot command text. So this is where I'm now using SQL. So I'm going to ask it to insert into students with S. Students, the following. So that is going to be the first one, is going to be student ID. If you guys can still recall, student ID, comma, first name. Those are the columns that I have in my SQL. We have surname, so which is right here. Okay, look at this. Surname, address, mobile, email. So let's come back in here. So we have address, comma, mobile, comma, and email. All done. I'm now going to say plus, and I want to use some value in there. Let's come down in here and just say values, and that is going to be as follows. Let's put them all in a bracket. These are my values, but I'll change them. Let's change the first letter to lowercase. So that's going to be at student ID. So let's just put at in all. At first name, at surname, at address, at mobile, at email. There we go. And here, enter. Now, I'm now going to use parameters to get each data. So let's come in here now and say command dot parameters dot add dot add with value. And what is the value that I'm adding right now? I'm going to be adding student ID. Grab all of that and paste it right here. Student ID, undo that, undo that. Run again, paste student ID, cover that up, comma, and that's going to be txt student ID dot text dot string text dot string. And there, that's the first one taken out. So I can just copy this now. That would be easy. I have 5 more. One more. Okay then, that's it. So grab hold of first name, paste. Surname, paste. Address, paste. And mobile. Paste that in there for mobile. And email. Okay, let's change the names around officially. So this is going to be first TXT first name, and this one is TXT surname, TXT address, TXT mobile, and email. Brilliant. Okay, so let's just say command dot execute non-query, and that will be all for that. Command dot execute non-query. Brilliant. So if that does work, so we just want a message box to be displayed. So the data is successful, something like that. So grab hold of this, and then there we go. Yeah, that will be message box. Let's say data is successfully updated or added, whatever. Close that. There we go. Okay, once the data is successfully updated, I'm going to copy this my reset button and just put it right here. Now reset the whole system again, clear the text box, and we can just start all over. Now this exception here, I'm going to leave this. Let's create another exception for the database itself. So I'm going to come right underneath here, maybe copy this, dump this underneath here, and here this is going to be MySQL exception. MySQL exception. So what message do I want to show? Okay, database error or something like that. An error. Oh, okay, and let's come in here, comma. Let's say the error that is going to be, it's a comma, the message box button, message box. So let's just say message box dot. Okay. Okay, I'm going to enter another argument that's going to also be message box dot error. Let's see, I might as well type it out. Dot error. There we go. All right. That should be icon, message box icon dot error. There we go. All right, that's fine. So that is taken care of. Now, the one underneath here, this is just for the, if there's any error on the MySQL, and this one is just going to be for general error message. So all right, let me make it different. So this one is, I'm going to change this one to database error so that I will know. Database error. Database error. Yeah, that'll do. And this one is just going to be an error. Pause. And here, error message. You can just grab hold of all of these and paste. There we go. Nice one. All right. So now decision time. All I just need to do now is to test it out and make sure it's working. Okay, let's see. Click on run. So I'm going to enter reg number, okay, student ID, and here, what's the name? So let's just say Felix. Felix Progner. An address 33 Yola Way. And number, there we go. Email. So let's just say Frogner at Gmail. There we go. So I'm going to click on add, but before then, let me show you guys my database again. So hopefully it should work. Let's see, students with an S. No, it's not this one. Close this. All right, that's it. That's the new one. This one here. Okay, this is my. Okay, that's it. There's nothing in there as you can see. So I'm going to click on add. Said I do have an error. Look at here. Student ID in the field. Let me check out my field. What is the student ID called? There's a T there. I think I'm missing a T. So, okay, that's my student ID. Let's go back in there. Oh, I put a D. So exit out. Yeah. Let's come right here. Look at it. See that? Yeah. So correct that. Correct this as well. And this as well. There's nothing like student ID. And they should be up lowercase. Okay. Let's be sure everything is fine. Okay. Let's run it one more time. Run. And here it's only 5 characters, and the name is going to be, let's say, Samson or Sammy. Sammy Stanmore. Address 7 Kings Road. Number, and that is going to be sammy@gmail.com. Click on add. Here we go. It's successful. Look at that. I'm going to click on OK. As soon as I click on OK, it will clear it ready for more data. But then let me show you my database. Check that out. There's nothing in there. So I'm going to click on OK there. So let's go in there, and I'm going to just refresh my database. And check that out. That is Sammy's details right there. So it's working, guys. That's brilliant. So let's add more data in there. And I'm just going to add my name, address, son. All right. So let's see. Maybe one more. Yeah. Email on gmail.com. Click on add. There we go. Click on OK. Let's go into the database. Refresh. There we go. That's my details there. Okay, it's working the way we want. So with that, guys, I'm gonna call it the end of the third part of this tutorial, and I'll see you guys shortly.